In August 2016, a frantic phone call was made to 911 by a woman named Pam Hupp.
911, where's your emergency?
Hey, hello, there's someone breaking in my house. Help!
She claimed that she was being robbed by a man named Louis Gumpenberger. Little did anyone know, this call would set in motion a chain of events that would lead to a bizarre and twisted tale of deception, manipulation, and ultimately murder. Join us as we delve into the chilling story of Pam Hupp and the events that rocked a small town in Missouri. August 2016 was a dreadful night for Pam and her alleged robber, Louis. As the night unfolded, Pam contacted emergency services and reported that 33-year-old Louis Gumpenberger was robbing her. During the phone call, Pam discharged all the bullets in her firearm at her alleged attacker. Following the shooting, she went outside to await the arrival of law enforcement officials. Sadly, Louis was declared dead at the scene, and Pam was subsequently taken in for interrogation.
Did you ask him about the film?
What are you talking about?
Is this going to be filmed? Because I always appear on the news.
Oh, well, okay, I don't know about Chris Hayes, but in incidents such as this, okay, to protect you, to protect me, we're going to record it, okay? Just because that way, you know, it doesn't look like you're hiding anything, it doesn't look like I'm hiding anything.
Okay.
That way I don't misconstrue something you say down the road, you know, like I misinterpret something you said, or I thought you said one thing and you actually said it. Okay, so again, I appreciate you coming up here and talking to us. I know that you wanted to come up here instead of talking to the scene, which is great. I guess, is there, just out of curiosity, is there a reason why you came up? Is it cooler here or something,
No,
temperature-wise?
the officer said that I had to go back to here to repeat everything.
Oh, okay. So
I didn't want to go anywhere.
well, I appreciate you coming up here with us, okay, and we'll take you home.
I just want to
We
go
can
anywhere
take it home,
but
too.
there.
Anywhere but there?
So that
Fair
was
enough.
fine to come here.
Fair enough.
As Pam sat in the interrogation room, her mind raced with thoughts. She couldn't shake the feeling that all eyes were on her, watching her every move and listening to her every word. Her first concern before the questioning began was whether or not she was being recorded. She knew that everything she said and does will be scrutinized, and the weight of that knowledge was almost too much to bear. Yet she tried to stay calm and composed, waiting for the police to start their line of questioning. She only seemed a bit at peace when the policeman informed her that the recording was for her own safety, but weirdly, her demeanor shifted upon knowing she was being recorded.
I just want to find out what's going on with all these people coming.
As the investigation into the fatal shooting unfolded, the police stumbled upon a note tucked away in Louis' pocket. The note detailed a sinister plan to kidnap someone named Hubb, take Russ's money from a woman named Hupp at her bank, kill Hubb, and then dispose of Hupp. The evidence, including the 911 call, appeared to be orchestrated. The evidence didn't add up. The note seemed too neatly written, and there were no fingerprints or other signs that Louis had actually written it. As more evidence was uncovered, the police became increasingly suspicious that something was amiss. What they eventually uncovered was truly shocking.
She obviously believed that she was going to pull one over on us.
I hit his arm with the knife and then shot out of the car and ran inside.
Prior to interrogating Pam, the police had received information that someone resembling her had attempted to replicate a 911 call. They also had reason to believe that the call was fabricated, and that the evidence found on Louis was deliberately planted to implicate Ross.
He goes, "We're going to the bank, we're getting Russ's money," and he started getting all agitated.
I just want to make sure I understand. So you went in, you let the dog out, you gave him a treat, you're ready to leave again, so you come back out of the house. How did you exit the house? How?
Out the same door.
Same door? Okay.
Yeah, I let him in the same door because the front door was locked.
Okay.
So I was coming in and I come in and out that door. Came out that door, got back in the car to go again.
Okay.
And that's when the car shot around and somebody jumped out. Before I knew it, they were sitting next to me.
Okay, so let's first describe the car. Can you give a description of the vehicle?
Well, I wasn't really paying attention to the vehicle, more of the shriekness of their tires that they did. It was just a silver. It wasn't as small as like a little Toyota, a little bit bigger, but not a big one sitting in. It was 4 doors.
So 4-door,
Mhm.
you would say mid-size? Is that?
Yeah, probably mid-size. Wasn't brand new.
Do you remember anything specific about, other than being silver and being 4 doors, anything on that? You said it wasn't that new.
No,
Anything
it
else?
wasn't like shiny, like you could tell it was. Just had a 2004 Honda, kind of like older like that. You know, not that it was a piece of crap or anything, but it was, yeah.
It was a veteran car.
Yeah, that's all I remember about it. It was just so fast. Like I wasn't really even looking at the car. It was like, what's this hastiness that this car's doing? This quickness. I didn't know what was going on. It was getting weird. And it was like, because they tore around, he popped out, and I'm like, my first thought was, did I know him? Because they did it so fast, but then I was like, and I looked back down, and next thing I knew, he was there. So.
Okay, so as I was up there for a few minutes, and I noticed that there was an orange car parked on the street.
That's my next door neighbor's. It's
Okay, it's
broke
your neighbor's
down.
car. Okay,
Mhm.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know where that
It's
came
broke
from.
down.
Okay.
And I looked up again, the guy had shot out. When he pulled around, a guy like shot out, and I looked down again and thought, it's kind of strange. I don't even know if I thought it was strange, but it was weird. And so I looked up again as he was getting out, and he squealed right off. The guy squealed right off. Like, I assume he shut the door, but I don't even know because I wasn't looking at that. I could hear it in that, and I was more looking at like, who's getting out of the car? You know, is it somebody I know? Because they're right in front of my driveway.
So that guy squeals away. The other guy jumps in the passenger seat of the car. I know you described him as having a knife in one hand and something else in
He has
another.
Yeah, well, he had popped in when he opened up the door, and I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even know. He just was in there so fast, but I know he was jumbling something in this arm and had a knife in the other hand. And then he switched somehow. I don't know if he set his stuff down or dropped it. I don't know what he did, but he had put the knife in the other hand then. And that's when he put it up here.
Okay, you're using your right hand. Are you right or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay. Did you use your right hand because you're right-handed, or did you use your right hand because that's how you recall it happened, or?
That's how I recall that it happened. Because he had something in his right hand when he first got in, and then the first few seconds, I didn't see a knife or anything. I know he just had stuff, you know, and I was just like freaked out, and then all of a sudden he dropped stuff, and then he had a knife, so I'm guessing right.
Okay. So, what, if anything, did he say?
He said, "You're gonna take me to the bank and get Russ's money. We're going now, so get going." And he just kept yelling stuff like that at me. So at this time, I don't have it in gear or anything, or I do have it. No, I don't have it in gear. And I had put it in gear to go because I didn't know what to do. And then that's when I noticed he was looking back. I don't know if he was looking, because cars, I don't know what he was looking at, but he kept looking back, and I noticed that. So I put it back in the gear, and he said, "Get going right now, we're going to the bank." And then he looked back again like this, and I hit his arm, and I shot out of the car.
So when you say put it back in gear, you mean you put it back in park?
Mhm.
Okay.
So my plan was to get out of the car somehow.
So when he came up and approached you at the car door and got in, the vehicle was in reverse with your foot on the brake?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if it was still in park or in reverse. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, so you kind of described the guy in the
I think it
silver.
was in reverse, but I can't swear to it. I don't know if I put it in reverse when he said, "Let's go," or if I already had it in reverse. I don't know, because I kept looking at him and kind of what the hell was going on with the situation. And next thing I know, he's there.
Okay.
At that point, no, you know what? No, it wasn't. I wasn't in gear. My car was running. I had left my car running when I came out. So it was in park.
Even though Pam thought that how she described the incident and Louis' condition would play in her favor and convince the police, she was far from the truth. In reality, the police had already caught on to her lies and knew something was amiss, so she was fooling no one. As it was, there was a lot of mystery surrounding Pam. In 2013, Pam's mother, Shirley, passed away under mysterious circumstances. After her death, Pam inherited a large life insurance policy. Shirley was found by her housekeeper beneath the balcony of her apartment with a broken railing. The coroner's report concluded that Shirley's death was due to an accidental fall. However, what was strange about the incident was that there was 8 times the normal dose of the sedative zolpidem in Shirley's system, raising questions about the cause of her fall. In another instance, Pam would receive a large sum of money from the life insurance policy of a woman named Betsy Ferrier. Betsy, who was suffering from breast cancer, trusted Pam deeply and eventually named her as the sole beneficiary of her $150,000 policy. Betsy had grown wary of her husband Ross spending all of the money and believed Pam would put it to better use. As it turned out, Pam had worked hard to gain Betsy's trust before being named the beneficiary. The police later discovered that Betsy Ferrier had been poisoned with a lethal dose of antifreeze. This raised red flags, as it seemed unlikely that 2 women close to Pam would die under mysterious circumstances within a few years of each other. Before the police even interviewed Pam, they had reason to suspect that the crime scene was staged. They had received a report that someone matching Pam's description had attempted to reenact a 911 call in the area shortly before the shooting took place. When they listened to the actual 911 call from Pam, they found it suspicious. Her tone and words didn't seem to match the severity of the situation.
Have you ever seen this guy before?
No.
Don't know him. He doesn't look like somebody you've seen somewhere before with somebody else. I mean, as you remember back, as you picture him in your mind, you cannot make any link between this guy and you.
No. I mean, I wasn't looking directly at his face. I was trying not to look at him. I do know when he did get in, there was something familiar about him, but I don't know him. So I don't know if I don't know. He seemed familiar, like I should know him, but I do not know him.
They also noticed inconsistencies in her story and the fact that she had fired all the bullets in her gun at Louis, which seemed excessive for self-defense.
The driver of the vehicle, to the best of your ability, what you saw. Describe the guy that got in the vehicle with you.
The guy who got in with me, he had on shorts. He had on blue shorts, shortish hair, sandy blonde.
And now, forgive me, I did not go in the scene. I've not been in the scene.
Okay.
So is he a white male, black male?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hispanic male?
He's white male.
White male.
He was taller than me. He had blue gym shorts on, and some sort of t-shirt, and sandy blonde hair, and I want to say his eyes were blue, but I'm not sure. It's not like they were like a bright blue or anything like that, noticeable. But I want to say they were light colored eyes. They weren't brown.
Okay.
I don't think. I could be wrong. I really wasn't looking at his face. All I saw was like a dark dome, but short hair like you.
Right.
Short, maybe not quite as short, but it was dark.
Taken together, all of these factors led the police to suspect that Pam was involved in the murders and was attempting to frame Russell, Betsy's husband, for them. They would need to question her carefully to see if they could find evidence to support their theory.
All the hours that we put in to get to the truth, and then to know that the whole time she was not being truthful with us.
The police officers couldn't help but feel a sense of unease as they sat across from Pam. She appeared calm and collected, almost as if she was completely unaffected by the traumatic event she had just experienced.
Getting all excited, and he was, I thought he was drunk or on drugs or something like that.
And that haunts me because it clearly just didn't mean anything to her.
They had expected her to be shaken up, perhaps even in tears, But instead, she sat there with a blank expression on her face. It was almost as if she was detached from the reality of the situation.
Well, we lived in Florida for 11 years. And we moved
Where
back
at?
here, Naples.
Why would you move from Naples back here?
I didn't like Florida.
Why not?
Well, Naples, which is super gorgeous.
Yeah, everybody talks about it.
It's all rich people.
There you go.
So, well, it's a service town. There's no real industry.
I got
The
you.
biggest employer was the school district.
Yeah.
We had our own business down there. We did
Okay.
plantation shutters, but when we were down there 11 years, we did that and sold it and moved back after my dad died because my mom couldn't handle.
So you guys own your own business, H2 something?
Now we do, yeah.
What do you do?
We flip houses.
Oh,
That's just an aside. Because construction is what my husband does.
okay. So you buy houses that are in poor condition, or foreclosure, fix them up, and then sell them. So I mean, you just do that. Do you ever buy houses and then like just rent them out and be landlords?
No. We've
No.
done that. We
You
did
done
that
that?
down in Florida, yeah. One of them we had was an ex-police.
Yeah.
Not on the force anymore. No brainer, right?
So now that the housing market's kind of coming back, has it affected your business at all?
Yeah. Not so much the housing market coming back, but because there's no inventory out there.
Yeah,
The problem
everybody's-
is people are buying foreclosures. They're
Right.
buying- Now we'll see an influx of them losing them again because the real bad ones, if you can't do it yourself, people think, oh, I can do this, but really you don't get what's in there. A lot of them sit for a year, 2 years empty, which means broken pipes. You don't
Mhm.
know it until you're
All
in
the
there.
interior stuff you don't know.
We bought or looked at houses that have been halfway gutted. People try, and it's just too overwhelming. It's a lot of money,
So,
you know.
so your husband works for another employer, and he does
Yeah.
that on the side.
Yeah, we do it outside. We've done it since, gosh, we've done it for about 8 years.
So have you always
Well,
worked?
we quit in 2008 when the market fell.
Mhm.
We just quit because it just wasn't worth it. And then we started back up a couple years ago.
Have you always worked in that type of? You've always worked in that industry,
I work in insurance. We've always renovated our own houses,
right?
so
Yeah, if you can do it, then there's deals out there. It's not bad.
there
extra
is.
money.
The deals aren't out there anymore. That's
Well,
the
no,
problem.
I understand. I'm saying if they are.
No, I mean like, but the no inventory means banks are cranking up the prices of foreclosures.
Right. Now your husband works in construction. Is that he also doing carpenter type stuff there too? Then.
Yeah, they do everything. But when we had our own business, he handmade plantation shutters, which are the interior shutters,
Uh-huh.
and that was his business down there. My brother-in-law lives in Arizona. His is a dry heat, and he said, hot, still hot. Because it's always 100 something there. He's in Phoenix
I know.
or Tucson.
Heat is always heat.
Yeah,
Well,
there
no.
it was like hot. Like my sister-in-law lives in Minnesota. Same thing, 6 months cold. I mean, I don't want
Right.
that either. That's
No.
ridiculous. Snow and stuff.
That's why it's nice here because you get a little bit of everything. Like you said, you get tired of it once, and all of a
I
sudden
do.
here comes a change.
And it was fun at first. And then the other thing you got is in the winter when it's really nice and you're looking forward to the great weather, town was 3 times, 4 times its size
Yeah.
because of tourists.
Oh yeah. I've never been there, but I know a couple of people that
They
go down
treat
there.
your place like crap.
Right.
You can't get in restaurants. You can't get in anything because there's so many people. The traffic's horrid because they're not going to work. Everybody's lollygagging around. And it got to be, Naples has gotten so big now that it's just, we're like,
It's congested. And it's
it's
just not.
so horrid.
Yeah. Did you go to college? Where'd you go?
Down in Florida. I started UMSL up here.
What's the university? Is it local or what is it?
It's a private college down there. You had to go up to Fort Myers for part of it and then Naples for the rest of it. So yeah.
What'd you get your degree in?
MIS, Management Information Systems.
Sounds exciting.
It was. I haven't done it in a long time. I've been doing insurance for a long time.
Surprised you guys are entrepreneurs. Why don't you do your own insurance? You ever had your own insurance company? Or your own office or whatever? No? Well, what's H2 LLC? You're doing sales there.
No, not really. I mean, you put a house up for sale. I mean,
So you're putting it for sale.
right. But when you do like insurance and stuff, you gotta go out.
You're
and
talking
get-
commission and all that type of stuff. That's a tough business.
And I hate to say it, but you know, I worked for the big chains. Let somebody else have that headache, and that's why they weed them out.
Yeah, I would be good in sales.
I think you would.
No, I'm not a salesman.
I hope she got that on film. I don't know if she did I don't think she did my forearms. I just noticed that scratch. She did my uppers and my hands, but I don't think she did that. I just noticed it.
Let me see what she said. Well, it is a
I
big
had some
deal,
bruising starting up there.
but you're not sure if she got the scratch there.
Well, I did this for my hands. I don't think she took it on my arm.
As they tried to make small talk with her, asking about her hobbies and interests, the officers couldn't help but wonder what was going on inside her head. They had a hunch that there was more to this story than what met the eye. They needed to dig deeper and find out the truth. The room was filled with eerie silence as they waited for their bosses to give them the green light to continue the interrogation. Little did they know that what they were about to uncover would shock them to their very core. Pam's calm demeanor was just the tip of the iceberg, and what lay beneath the surface was a web of lies, deceit, and greed that would change everything they thought they knew about the case.
And I just started shooting and walking towards him. I wanted to be sure I hit him. Because everybody kept saying that's a little gun and blah, 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 and I gotta be close. So once that door opened and he was there, I just started shooting and walking towards him until I didn't have any more.
It did not appear to me that she was in fear of Louis in any way, shape, or form.
As it turns out, Pam had been manipulating people for years, and Louis was just the latest victim. She had convinced him to pretend to rob her and promised him a large sum of money in return. What Louis didn't know was that Pam was using him to frame someone else for murder, more specifically Russell, the husband of Betsy. Russell was wrongfully convicted of the murder of his wife and was later acquitted. After his acquittal, he claimed that Pam had murdered Betsy to get a hold of her life insurance policy. When he came forward with this claim, Pam obviously wanted him removed from the scene. The police were able to connect the dots and realize that Pam had been behind the deaths of her mother and Betsy as well. In the end, Pam was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Louis Gumpenberger. If you want to watch more of these interrogation videos, please subscribe to the channel.